Hello, a pleasant day, everyone. Welcome to Thirutangal Nadar College online course on deep learning and neural networks. Today, in this video, I am going to give you the basic of neural network and the deep learning concepts. This video lecture slides provides you the introduction of neural networks, examples of neural networks, network architectures, various types of learning methodologies, following that, concepts of deep learning, difference between neural network, machine learning, and deep learning. Then we'll see about deep learning models, applications, and challenges of deep learning process. If you see the pictures of an apple and dog, can you able to identify it? What it is? How do you come to know about it? You might have seen these pictures already. Unknowingly or unintentionally, you might have seen the pictures, seen the features of these pictures. It is registered in your brain. And your brain built a model based on this. Whenever this picture is shown to you, you try to find out similar features. You try to match those features and identify it. That means this picture is associated with the priori knowledge that you have already. Using this priori knowledge, you try to recognize these pictures. But if you see the pictures which are not known to you, can you able to say what it is? Can you able to identify it? So one can say that by seeing the pictures, they can acquire knowledge and experience. This is the basis for intelligence and learning techniques and neural networks. Let me start with neural network concepts first. A neural network is a method in AI, artificial intelligence. It can refer to either a neural circuit of biological neurons or a network of artificial neurons or nodes. The ANN networks are used to solve artificial intelligence problems. It helps the computers to make intelligent decisions with limited human interventions. Here, some of the real world examples of neural networks are given in this slide. The neural network models can be able to solve the problems of pattern recognition, face detection, speech recognition, natural language processing, and automatic vehicles. A simple neural network architecture has three types of layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. The input layer is made up of initial data for the neural network. Hidden layers are the intermediate layers between input and output layers. And it is the place where all the computation is done. Output layers produces results for given inputs. The activation function is used to decide whether the neuron is activated or not. The purpose of the activation function is to introduce non-linearity into the output of neuron. There are two main categories: linear activation and non-linear activation functions. Say, for example, sigmoid function, tanh function, ReLU, rectified linear unit activation functions. Activation function determines weighted total is passed as an input to an activation function to produce the output. These functions choose whether a node should fire or not. There are three main types of learning methodologies followed in neural network: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning: during the training of ANN under supervised learning, the learning is done under the supervision of a teacher. This learning process is dependent. In unsupervised learning, as the name suggests, This type of learning is done without the supervision of a teacher. This learning process is independent. Next comes the reinforcement learning. It strengthens the network over some critic information. This learning process is similar to supervised learning. The network receives feedback from the environment. After receiving the feedback, it performs adjustments of the weights to get the better critic information in future. Next, we'll see about the deep learning concepts. Let me say about what is deep learning now. The deep learning is a method in artificial intelligence that teaches computers to process data in a way that is inspired by the human brain. The neural network is a beautiful paradigm which enables a computer to learn from observational data. Deep learning is a powerful set of techniques for learning in neural networks. How the new deep learning neural network works. The deep learning can be considered as a subset of machine learning. It is advanced concepts of machine learning. It uses multi-layered neural networks to establish nested hierarchical models for data processing and analysis. Deep learning systems require powerful hardware because they have a large amount of data being processed and involves several complex mathematical calculations. There are many differences between neural network and deep learning. Though deep learning is depend on neural network, there are much differences between neural network and deep learning. Neural networks use neurons to transmit the data in the form of input values and output values through connections. Neural network comprises an input, a hidden layer, and an output layer, but deep learning is made up of several hidden layers of neural networks to perform complex operations. There are some differences between machine learning and deep learning too. Even though the machine learning and deep learning are the subsets of artificial intelligence, there are some differences. Compared to deep learning, machine learning takes less time to train the model. Machine learning works better for the low level tasks, but for the complex problems, deep learning must be used. Next slide explains you about the types of deep learning models. These deep learning models are able to learn its features automatically. Various architectures constructed in deep learning are feed forward neural networks, convolutional neural networks, and recurrent neural networks. The feed forward neural network is used for image classification and speech recognition. The convolutional neural networks meant for image and video recognition tasks. The recurrent neural networks are used for natural language processing. What are the applications of deep learning? We'll see now in this slide. The deep learning algorithms are applied on various environments like object detection and recognition, image classification and segmentation, automatic text generation and language translation, automated robots, gaming, traffic control, and so on. Even though the deep learning produces significant advancements in various fields, there are some main challenges to work with it. It requires a large amount of data to learn. The computational hardware are expensive. These models are complex to learn. When the model is trained again and again, sometimes the overfitting occurs. This overfitting has to be reduced to increase the performance of the new data. Thank you.